The quiet house noticed things before people did. It felt changes in footsteps, heard pauses in breath, sensed when love stopped filling rooms. On a cold morning in Washington state, the house stood still as Emily Carter woke with a strange feeling that something in her life was already breaking. Emily lay in bed beside her husband, Daniel, staring at the pale light creeping through the curtains. Daniel's back faced her. He was awake, scrolling on his phone, thumb moving fast, face unreadable. She watched him for a moment, then turned away. She already knew he would not look at her. Downstairs, the house was clean and silent. Too clean, too silent. Emily made coffee and stood by the window, watching leaves fall from the tall maple tree outside. 12 years of marriage, and she had never felt so unseen. Daniel came down, fixed his tie, and kissed her cheek. "'Kay?" The kiss was polite, quick, almost practiced. "Long day," he said. "Every day is long now," Emily replied softly. But he was already reaching for his briefcase. The door closed. The quiet returned. Emily worked from home as a freelance editor. Words had once been her escape, but now even stories felt heavy. She corrected sentences while her thoughts drifted to moments she could not name. When did laughter leave their home? When did talking turn into short reports about schedules and bills? She remembered the early years' late-night talks. Shared dreams. The way Daniel used to hold her hand in public. Now they passed each other like polite strangers. In the afternoon, Emily went outside to collect the mail. Across the street, a moving truck was parked. A man stood beside it, lifting boxes, his face tired but gentle. He noticed her looking and smiled. "Hey," he said. "I'm Noah. Just moved in." "Emily," she replied. "Welcome to the quietest street in town." He laughed softly. It sounded real. "I think my daughter will test that," he said. "She's still angry about the move." Emily smiled without trying. Teenagers usually are. That was all. A simple meeting. No drama, no sparks, she would admit. Yet as she walked back inside, the house felt different, as if it had taken note. Days passed. Then weeks. Emily saw Noah often. He walked his dog every evening at the same time. She took her usual short walk. At first, they waved. Then they talked. About weather. About the neighborhood. About life. Noah was a high school counselor, recently divorced, trying to rebuild something stable for his daughter. He spoke openly, but never too much. He listened carefully. When Emily spoke, he looked at her, not past her. That alone felt dangerous. At home, Daniel grew more distant. Late nights became normal. Weekend plans were canceled. When Emily asked what was wrong, he said nothing was wrong. That answer hurt more than any argument. One night, Emily cooked dinner and waited. The food went cold. Daniel came home after 10, tired and quiet. He ate without looking up. She wanted to scream, to cry, to beg him to notice her. Instead, she washed dishes in silence that night. She dreamed of a house with locked doors and no windows. The next morning, she woke feeling hollow. Outside, Noah was struggling with a broken fence. Without thinking, Emily walked over. She held boards while he fixed nails. They worked quietly, comfortably. When he thanked her, his smile lingered just a second too long. Emily felt her heart respond before her mind could stop it. She went home shaken. She told herself she was lonely. That was all. Anyone would feel this way. It meant nothing. But the quiet house knew better. Messages started soon after. Small ones, friendly ones. "Hope your day's going well." That meeting sounded stressful. Hang in there. Emily told herself it was harmless. She never hid the messages, but Daniel never looked anyway. One evening, Daniel announced he had to travel for work. Another project, another delay. Emily nodded. She didn't argue. She barely reacted. After he left, the house felt empty but lighter. Like it was tired of pretending. Emily sat on the couch, wrapped in a blanket, scrolling through her phone. A message appeared from Noah. "Want to join me for a short walk?" No pressure. She hesitated. Then she put on her coat and stepped outside. They walked under streetlights, talking about books, regrets, and small hopes. Noah admitted his marriage. Ended slowly, quietly, until one day he realized he was already alone. Emily listened, heart tight. "I'm scared of becoming invisible," Noah said. Emily swallowed. "I think I already am." They stopped walking. The silence between them was thick. Not awkward. Honest. Emily went home before the moment could grow teeth. She sat in her bedroom, shaking, ashamed of how alive she felt. The next few days, she avoided Noah. She focused on work. She cleaned the house until her hands hurt. She waited for Daniel's calls that came late and short. When Daniel returned, he brought flowers. An apology without explanation. Emily accepted them with a tired smile. She wanted to believe the flowers meant change, but deep down she felt they were a goodbye disguised as kindness. That night, Daniel turned away from her again. Emily stared at the ceiling. Listening to the house breathe around her, she realized something terrifying. She no longer missed her husband. A storm hit the neighborhood a week later. Heavy rain, strong wind, power flickered. Emily came home soaked, her umbrella broken. As she reached her porch, the rain fell harder. Noah appeared from nowhere, calling her name, pulling her under his roof. Inside his house, it was warm, safe, too safe. They stood close, water dripping, eyes locked. Neither moved. Emily felt the weight of every choice she had not made yet. She stepped back quickly, apologizing, and rushed home into the storm. That night, she cried silently into her pillow. The quiet house listened, and somewhere deep inside, Emily knew this was only the beginning. The quiet house did not protect Emily anymore. It watched as truth came closer, step by step, waiting for the moment it could no longer be hidden. Daniel changed after his trip. Not better, just different. He smiled more, spoke less, and guarded his phone like it carried secrets with teeth. Emily noticed everything. She just stopped reacting. One evening while Daniel showered, his phone buzzed on the nightstand. Emily did not plan to look. She really didn't, but the screen lit up with a name she did not know. A short message. A heart emoji, something inside. Her broke cleanly, without drama. She did not open the message. She did not scream. She placed the phone back and sat on the edge of the bed, hands shaking, breathing slow. The quiet house felt colder. That night, Daniel reached for her. Emily gently moved his hand away. "I'm tired," she said. He did not argue. The next days passed like a blur. Emily moved through them with strange calm. She stopped hoping. Hope had been the most painful thing of all. Then came the afternoon. That changed everything. Emily returned home early from visiting her sister in Portland. The house was quiet, but not empty. She heard voices upstairs. Daniel's voice, soft, intimate. Not the voice he used with her anymore. A woman laughed. Emily stood frozen at the bottom of the stairs. Her heart did not race. It sank, slowly, deeply. She walked up one step at a time. The bedroom door was open. Daniel stood there, shocked, guilt written across his face. The woman rushed past Emily, eyes down, gone in seconds. The truth filled the room like smoke. Daniel started talking. It's too fast, too much. He said it was a mistake. He said it didn't mean anything. He said he never planned for Emily to find out this way. Emily listened quietly. "When?" she asked. Daniel hesitated. That hesitation said everything. For months, he admitted. Months, while she cooked dinners, while she waited. She questioned her own worth. Emily nodded. "You should pack a bag." Daniel looked stunned. "Emily, let's talk about this." "We already did," she said. "You just didn't know it yet." That night, Daniel slept somewhere else. The house felt strange but honest, like a lie had finally left the room. Emily didn't cry until morning. She sat on the kitchen floor as sunlight. filled the room and let the grief come, not just for the marriage, but for the woman she had been. Before the quiet swallowed her, later that day, she went outside for air. Noah was across the street watering plants. He looked up and saw her face. "Are you okay?" he asked. Emily shook her head. They sat on the curb, not touching, space full of understanding. She told him everything, the affair, the lies, the way she had felt invisible for years. Noah listened without judgment. His eyes were sad but steady. "I'm sorry," he said. "You didn't deserve that." Those words hit harder than any apology Daniel had ever given. Emily stayed alone for weeks after that. She asked Daniel for a separation. He agreed without fighting. That hurt more than she expected, but also confirmed what she already knew. The quiet house changed slowly. Emily opened windows, let light in, rearranged furniture. She slept better, though dreams still woke her some nights. Noah stayed respectful, kind, distant enough to feel safe. They talked sometimes, walked together, shared silence. One night, Emily admitted something she had been afraid to say. "I was falling for you," she said. Noah nodded. "I know, I was too. That's why I stepped back." They didn't kiss. They didn't rush. They chose patience. Over pain, healing was not gentle. Emily faced anger, regret, and guilt. She questioned her choices, her heart, her future. Some days, she missed Daniel, not the man he was, but the idea of who she thought he could be. But that version never existed. Months passed. Papers were signed, lives untangled. Emily learned how to stand alone again. She rediscovered small joys, morning walks, music, laughter that came naturally. The quiet house no longer felt heavy. It felt open. One evening, Noah invited her to dinner. Not as an escape, not as a secret. As a choice, Emily said yes. They sat at the table, nervous, honest, hopeful. Two people carrying scars but not hiding them. When Noah reached for her hand, Emily let him. Outside the house stood still, no secrets. Left, only truth. And for the first time, the quiet felt like peace.